In this video, you will see what is the top 10 must-have units in Anime Reborn Update 2. Every units in this video are all obtainable. I do want to know, what do you think is the best unit in Anime Reborn Update 2? Remember to subscribe and like, and with that being said, in no particular order, the first must-have unit is Nanami Overtime. Nanami is one of the newest Battle Pass unit and he became one of the best support with his passives. Nanami Overtime stats a max upgrade and max level are 8,780 damage with his SPA at 6.55 seconds, making his damage per second at 1,340.45. Nanami Overtime's first passive Overtime, Nanami will apply weak point on enemies, making them take 35% more damage for 10 seconds. Nanami Overtime's second passive Employee of the Month, Nanami's crit chance and crit damage increased by 15%. Alright, next unit is Dragon Emperor Hybrid. Kaido is one of the best hybrid unit, especially he is hybrid on placement with an insane stats and passives and ability at later upgrades in this new Anime Reborn Update 2. Dragon Emperor Hybrid stats a max upgrade and max level are 8,880 damage with his SPA at 7.38 seconds, making his damage per second at 1,203.25, which is extremely good, especially he becomes a full AoE at later upgrades. Dragon Emperor Hybrid's first passive, See Emperor, his damage and his range will increase by 0.5% each wave up to 5%, and his SPA will lessen by 0.5% each wave up to 5%. Dragon Emperor Hybrid's second passive, Dragon's Will, reduces other units' special ability cooldown by 15 seconds. At later upgrades, Dragon Emperor Hybrid will get an ability which will be able to attack every enemy in his range, and it is not a global cooldown, which is extremely good. How to get Dragon Emperor is by defeating the Act 3 Legend Stage Fujishima Island, and he is a 0.75% chance to get, so I wish everyone good luck if you're going to be grinding for him. Okay, next unit is Delta Brothers Core. Gamma Brothers are one of the strongest secrets with their overpowered nuke ability and stats at later upgrades. Delta Brothers Core stats at max upgrade and level 32 are 4,140 damage with their SPA at 7.78 seconds, making their damage per second at 532.13, which is extremely strong, especially at later upgrades. Delta will get a special ability, Delta Force Core Breaker. When activated, it will nuke the whole entire map, and it isn't a world cooldown, making Miracle the best trait for Delta. Delta Brother Core's first passive, Delta 1, after every 10 hits, the Delta Brothers SPA will decrease by 5% up to 20%. Delta's second passive, Delta 2, after every 20 hits, the Delta Brothers damage increased by 5% up to 30% buff. How to get Delta Brothers is from the Dragon Capsule, and good luck if you are going to be trying to get it. Alright, next unit is Greybeard Sea Emperor. Whitebeard is still one of the best hybrid unit with his awesome passives, and he will become full AoE at later upgrades. Greybeard Sea Emperor stats a max upgrade and max level are 3,220 damage with his SPA at 6.39 seconds, making his damage per second at 503.91, which is extremely strong, especially he becomes full AoE at later upgrades with awesome passives. Greybeard Sea Emperor first passive, Strongest Man Alive. Greybeard's damage will increase by 1% each wave up to 20%. Greybeard Sea Emperor's second passive, Tremor. After each 30 eliminations, the next attack will stun the enemies. Okay, next unit is Yamamoto Serious. Yami is one of the newest obtainable mythical unit you can get, and he became one of the best with his great passives in this new Anime Reborn Update 2. Yamamoto Serious stats at max upgrade and max level are 19,870 damage with his SPA at 8.15 seconds, making his damage per second at 2,450.30. Yamamoto Serious first passive, Darkness. All dark type units in Yami's range will gain 35% more damage, and it is not stackable. Yamamoto Serious second passive, Captain's Presence. All units in range gets 15% crit rate and 15% crit damage, and it is non-stackable. Alright, next unit is Lord Rimuru. Rimuru is still the rarest secret unit you can obtain, and he's still one of the greatest secret units, especially with his amazing passives and ability at later upgrades. Lord Rimura's stats at max upgrade and max level are 9070 damage with his SPA at 5.88 seconds, making his damage per second at 1542.51, which is extremely good, especially when you activate his ability. You'll be able to deal damage everyone in his range. Lord Rimura's first passive, Soul Absorption, he gains 1% damage each 5 eliminations up to 12%. Lord Rimura's second passive, Demon Lord, his SPA lessens by 1% each wave up to -7%, and increasing his damage by 2.5% for each special ability use up to 25%. Okay, next one is Lucky One Surge. Luck is one of the newest obtainable mythical unit, and he became one of the best support with his passives in this new Anime Reborn update too. Lucky One Surge stats at max upgrade and max level are 9640 damage with his SPA at 5.29 seconds, making his damage per second at 1822.30. Lucky One Surge first passive, Electrified Mana. Lucky will apply stun with each attack for 3 seconds. Lucky One Surge second passive, Will of Thunder. Whenever Lucky recovers from a stun, he gains 25% more damage and lessens his SPA by 10% for 20 seconds, and this is non-stackable. Alright, next unit is Yungosi Manic. Yungosi is the current best bleed with her insane stats and passives. Yungosi Manic stats at max upgrade and max level are 4500 damage with her SPA at 5.69 seconds, making her damage per second at 790.86, which is insanely strong, especially with her insane passives. Yungosi Manic first passive, Precise Blows. With each attack applies Scar, which is a bleed status for 5 ticks. Yungosi Manic second passive, Pinpoint Strikes. She will deal 35% more damage to enemies under Scar status effect. How to get Yungosi Manic is from completing the new Rocket Battle Pass, and you must complete 25 tiers to obtain her. Okay, next unit is Asta Anti-Form. Asta is one of the newest obtainable mythical unit you can get, and he became one of the best hybrid unit with his overpowered passives in this new Anime Reborn update too. Asta Anti-Form stats at max upgrade and max level are 11,000 damage with his SPA at 7.22 seconds, making his damage per second at 1523.54. Asta Anti-Form first passive, Anti-Magic Grimoire. Asta will not be targeted by bosses, cannot be stunned, and Asta's sword instantly breaks shields. Asta Anti-Form second passive, Brotherhood. Whenever Captain Yamo is within Asta's range, Asta will gain 20% more damage and lessens his SPA by 5%, and this is non-stackable. Alright, next unit is Piccolo Yellow Full Power. Piccolo is one of the strongest ground unit with his insane stats, and he becomes full AoE at later upgrades. Piccolo Yellow Full Power stats at max upgrade and level 39 are 3650 damage with his SPA at 5.48 seconds, making his damage per second at 666.05. Piccolo's first passive, Pure Power. After eliminating 40 enemies, his power awakens, giving him a 35% damage increase and 25% range increase, which will last for 45 seconds and have a cooldown of 45 seconds. Piccolo's second passive, Shared Misery. First 5 units within Piccolo's range gets 15% more boss damage, which is incredibly overpowered. How to get Piccolo Yellow Full Power is by opening the newest Dragon Capsule, which you can obtain by converting tickets for a Dragon Capsule, and good luck to everyone who is grinding for Piccolo Yellow Full Power. Okay, next unit is Itachi Bushi. Itachi is still the strongest burn unit with his insane passives and great damage in this new Anime Reborn update too. Itachi Bushi stats at max upgrade and max level are 4460 damage with his SPA at 7.37 seconds, making his damage per second at 605.15, which is insanely good, especially with his insane passive, and at later upgrades it becomes hybrid, which he will be able to attack both air and ground enemies. Itachi Bushi's passive, Burning Carnage 2, will apply Dark Flames into enemies, burning by 12.5% of his damage per tick for 4 ticks. Alright, next unit is Broly Rage. Broly is one of the best hybrid mythical unit with this insane stats, especially he becomes full AoE at later upgrades. Broly Rage's stats are max upgrade and max level are 3890 damage with his SPA at 8.06 seconds, making his damage per second at 496.15, which is insanely good, especially he becomes full AoE at later upgrades with insane passives. Broly Rage's first passive, Legendary Rage, it will gain 1% range each attack up to 20% boost. Broly Rage's second passive, Legendary Wrath, his damage will increase by 1% each attack up to 50%. Okay, next unit is Yano Spirit. Yuno is one of the newest obtainable unit you can get, and he became one of the best hybrid and support unit with his overpowered passives in this new Anime Reborn update 2. Yano Spirit stats at max upgrade and level 44 are 8130 damage with his SPA at 7.26 seconds, making his damage per second at 1119.83. Yano Spirit first passive, Suffocating Gale. Every time he attacks, he applies suffocation on enemies, slowing down the target by 50% for 15 seconds and has an application cooldown of 15 seconds. Yano Spirit's second passive, Wind Spirit's Blessing, deal 20% more damage to enemies infused by Wind Element. Wind Element units in Yuno's range will gain 15% more damage. Alright, next unit is 21 Demon. Android 21 is still one of the best heal unit with their insane passives and damage at later upgrades. 21 Demon stats at max upgrade and max level are 3620 damage with her SPA at 5.9 seconds, making her damage per second at 613.55, which is extremely good, especially with her insane passives and AoE. 21 Demon's first passive, Natural Vision. 21 will get 20% more range on placement. 21 Demon's second passive, Together We Shine. The first 10 units within 21's range gets 15% more range, which is an extremely good support buff passive. How to get 21 Demon is from the West City Legend Stage 2, where there is a 0.75% chance getting her, so good luck to everyone who is grinding for her. Okay, next unit is Mercury Brilliant. Mars is one of the newest obtainable secret unit you can get, and he is the first unit to summon units with his amazing stats in this new Anime Reborn update 2. Mercury Brilliant stats at max upgrade at max level are 47,020 damage with his SPA at 5.53 seconds, making his damage per second at 8,502.71. Mercury Brilliant first passive, Crystallize. Mercury Brilliant will ignore enemy elements damage debuffs. Mercury Brilliant second passive, Crystal Lord. It summons crystal servants each 10 seconds up to 15 servants at the same time, which scales with his damage. How to get Mercury Brilliant is from the latest raid, Ancient Dungeon, where you can do Act 6 3 times and there is a 5% drop chance. You can do Act 5, which Mars will be a 1% drop chance. Finally, the last unit is Gohan Beast. Gohan Beast is one of the insanely strong unit with his insane stats, passives, and he is hybrid on placement in this new Anime Reborn Update 2. Gohan Beast stats at max upgrade and max level are 10,060 damage with his SPA at 4.57 seconds, making his damage per second at 1,914.66, which is extremely strong because of his great passives. Gohan Beast's first passive, Limitless Fury 2. Gohan attack power increases by 5% with each enemy defeated up to 100%. The boost resets each wave, but once max, grants an extra 25% more damage for the rest of the game. Gohan Beast's second passive, Pure Endurance, it will be immune to stun. That was everything for this video on the top 10 must-have units in Anime Reborn Update 2. I hope this video helped you in some sort of way. Remember to subscribe and like, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.